El score, la caras lindas. And it goes like this. Porque un negro por la noche es un blanco en la oscuridad. No hay sonrisa más bonita con tanta sinceridad. Y aunque un negro por nacer se le niegue oportunidad, no hay un corazón que lata con tanta sonoridad. Nací moreno y el ritmo fue mi mamá. Y el sabor fue de un abrazo que me regaló papá. Qué rico que nací prieto para pasarlo sin sabores con sabor. Y bailo al compás de la clave que me regaló el dolor. No hay color que pueda contener lo negro de tanto amor. Las caras lindas del barrio, Martín González, el mejor. Exceso de melanina, quiero prieto hasta mis dioses. Negra toda mi descendencia, negro y fuerte nuestras voces. Negro porque nuestra raza la más cerca a nuestro sol. Negro porque aunque nos maten, no hay quien aguante el calor. Thank you. Marie, this one's special, and because my wife is right here, and this is for the first time I saw her, and I wrote a poem about her. She doesn't remember that day, but I do. Yeah. It's called Tembadumba, y dice así. Estaba saliendo de una clase de español, era grande mi camisa y bien grande mi pantalón. Bajaba las escaleras porque hace tanta calor. Estaba hablando con mi amiga y de momento se escuchó: hey, ¿cómo estás? Sabía no era conmigo. Me di cuenta que era con mi amiga que estaba al lado mío. Esperé se saludaran por eso de ser cortés, pero me quedé bien lelo con lo lindo que observé. ¿Quién era esa? Yo le pregunté a mi amiga. La de las bembas gloriosas, la prieta que allí camina. La que retumba con el tumbao de la timba, llamémosle tembadumba porque parece un poema. Y en ese instante fue que comenzó el dilema, porque no la vi venir, pero sí la vi partir. Donde almorzaba tenía que conseguir, y aunque no tenía un peso podía hacerla reír. Y en cada paso por los que ella se alejaba, esos rizos rebotaban, más mi pecho rebotaba. Tengo que trabajar, de momento me acordaba. Primero me voy al baño a limpiarme todo estaba. Gracias. Last but not least, this one is called La Herencia, and I got to perform this one last week here at UTEP at MLK's birthday celebration. So I'm kind of happy about this one. It's called La Herencia, y dice así. Pregúntame si soy negro, no preguntes por mi herencia. La mía murió en la mar, no sobrevivió al desembarque. Y aunque se nombren parques con nombres de gente que se parece a mí, puede que dando reversa al tiempo busques mi herencia y te estanques. Que si soy Yoruba, Igbo o si soy Baganda, desconozco. Porque al final la herencia no sabe nadar. Y si al final mi herencia son los que no llegaron, pues derramo lágrimas saladas como la mía. Thank you.
So my best friend Pete Cusimano, his favorite band was a 70s British rock band called the Strawbs. I don't know if anybody's heard of the Strawbs, probably not, they're kind of obscure. But Dave Cousins, who was the writer for the Strawbs, he was like one of those lyricists that was just like definitely a poet, you know. And these are the lyrics to a song that every year on Pete's birthday he would want to sing, and it's called On Getting Older. And so since it's Pete's birthday today, I wanted to perform this for you guys. The scarecrow stood with his head held high, admiring the view from the hill. The waterfall scattered its glistening jewels as the heron stood gracefully still. It seems I looked without seeing, I failed to grasp what I saw. For all of nature's beautiful gifts, I blissfully chose to ignore. Sandy beaches and soft swelling tides invite the inquisitive young. Caviar, oysters, and pâté de foie invite the discerning tongue. So comes the desire to be lost a while in the depths of the forest glade. So cool deep dreams where ancient oaks cast wondrous spells in their shade. And if sometimes I feel, in retrospect, a regret for the waste of my youth, then I often reflect that I still have time before growing long in the tooth to achieve all those things that I should have achieved when idleness led me astray, and being aware of what I have missed I'm extending my use of the day. I think I'm going to call it there for tonight and save some of these for next time.
Look bad, I'm going to read my cover poem first. And it's by the recently deceased Charles Simic. And he's a giant of recent modern poetry, contemporary poetry. So this is called About Myself. I'm the uncrowned king of the insomniacs, who still fights his ghost with a sword, a student of ceilings and closed doors, making bets 2 + 2 is not always 4. A merry old soul playing the accordion on the graveyard shift in the morgue. A fly escaped from the head of a madman, taking a rest on the wall next to his head. Descendant of village priests and blacksmiths, a grudging stage assistant of 2 renowned and invisible master illusionists, one called God, the other devil, assuming, of course, I'm the person I represent myself to be. Now, I haven't told the coordinator of Tumblewords yet, but I want to do a tribute workshop on Charles Simic. And Tumblewords is a great little workshop. We're doing it online, 1 to 3 Mountain Time on Saturdays, if you'd like to drop by. And this one, this is one of the poems I didn't write in Tumblewords, but I wrote it in a workshop in England last year in June. So it's fairly new for me. Yeah. It's called Spinoza's Words Fail Him. So, the crow flew too close to the sun and scorched his voice. He croaks and doesn't sing like the melodious blackbird. Old earth, newly green fields out of which God and his attributes and a hawk rise. Sun streaking him. Huge sun, minute globes in the dark forest, proportion and geometry, slowly rotates. We also swirl in our madness for axiomatic proofs we don't feel. The title of my essay was Blood in the Garden, Rejecting Duality, the Many and the One, to make sense of the miscarriages. What rational, intelligible order? Except the midges float over the flocks. Their green blood is the logos, God and nature entwined. The newly planted wheat, root and leaf, the 2 sides. The green man with a mason's face, as the material enters the spirit. The green and yellow meadow grounds my metaphysic. I am black blood and white bone, the duality incarnate. Is there a blackbird singing? May I lie fallow for a long while in pantheistic nature, as rain clouds follow me. I have seeds in me. I drop them, numberless as the foxglove. No individual revelations, but I sprout up, grapevines from my right hand. Mathematical methods should yield a pure truth, growing and growing, everything within God, reaching around a stone column. Huge sun, glowing, looking over the priest's shoulder into his holy book. Deliver me as the crow sees me. Deliver me, sunlit vineyard. Yeah, I wrote several poems on Spinoza that I won't bore you with all of them. And this one I wrote about El Paso, and it's called Hospitality. You never know when a stranger might be an angel, therefore always let them in. Don't let strangers die of thirst in your desert. They won't know the secret water holes you have mapped in your head, a treasure cove. X marks the life you would give to strangers in order to make a friend in the lonely desert. There is an understanding. that they would do the same for you and show you the shade of the one tree, an acacia hugging the ground, befriending the ants, the migrants in search of water. Let them in. Either they are angels or they need one. Thank you.
Beep, beep. We are in line at McDonald's when my son's phone goes off. He picks it up, reads the message, and begins to type a response. Who is it? I ask him. It's Mom. Oh, cool, I say. Tell her I say hello. Okay, he says. And then he asks, do you want me to tell her anything else? Tell her that I miss her and that I'm sorry. Tell her I hate that she moved to Phoenix. Ask her what's so great about her new boyfriend. Why did she choose him over us? Tell her I'd do anything for one more night of chicken enchiladas, Netflix, and baked cookies. And us three, when we were a family. Tell her I want one more night. Just one more night. Tell her I'll even do the dishes. But I didn't say any of this. No, is what I really said. Just tell her I say hello. Okay, he answers back, and we leave. Thank you.
I actually wrote part of it during a tumbleweed session back when I used to be at the Memorial Park Library. Yeah. And these three are kind of conceptually linked, so I just put them all together. They're really short. Crafters, red glow of sunset. Too many things have happened on this world to fully take account. Maybe that's the reason for God, to have someone that remembers. Do you dream of futures or oblivion? Sunlight pushes through the curtains just enough to light the open book on the bed and your sleeping body. It is strange to even speak of a story and its existence, of a dream, of its substance. What exists more, a word uttered or a word written, event or artifact? I'd like to believe that the universe remembers, in its fabric, in its light. But maybe I'm just dreaming. Of futures or oblivion, I can't decide. What really matters? These moments, stolen from those who make claims on us. Fleeting hours spent in places unknown to everyone but those who might bear witness if asked for their account. And even then, maybe unaccounted for, but for the ledger book of the world, the record keeper in the fabric, for whom all things embodied and not are. Thank you. So those are three short ones just kind of put together. And then this is my last one. I don't think I've read it out loud.
New shit!
New shit? Yeah, it's about a year old. Yeah. And it's called There Is an Absence Now. The night sky is blue. The sun has just set behind the mountains. The moon is rising in the east, blurred by thin cloud cover. There has been lightning every night. I am grieving. There is an absence now, where habit says there should not be one. I drop my bag and walk to her room. She's not there, and never will be again. Only in memory now. Memory does not last though. I have learned that the mind can go before the body, and what is left of her when my mind goes? What will be left of me when yours does? Thank you.
This one's called Super Poetry. The sky's been changing colors lately, some shit I ain't ever seen. I put the blame on you, baby, I think you put a spell on me. Witchcraft, voodoo, or some other hacks, I don't question a thing. I'm just praying that it's gonna last, something everlasting. We don't put a pin on it, we put our hearts on our sleeves. We wore them in front of each other amongst other accessories. Moonlight in the daytime, that shit don't make no sense. But you said it's true, you said it could happen, so I started a worry list. I started breathing easier. Wim Hof, eat your heart out. None of this is getting easier, if only we can shout it loud. And now we're fighting the feeling of getting sleepier. Late nights turn around, they become early mornings, and thankfully you're still around. I'm looking up, but down at the same time. Can someone explain this? It's really starting to baffle me, but put it in her words, that's the only way to handle me. I don't listen any other way, like you got a big sign on your face that says cancel me. I'm deaf to the masses, my hearing comes back when she offers to dance with me. Verbal transactions, what's that movie called? Love don't cost a thing, all money's no good here. We resort to forms of bartering. I give you my heart for yours each day, more and more. This seems like an even trade. Each day we move forward until we complete the exchange. Now I got this beating thing of yours, I put it in a glass box, something thick and bulletproof, but clear to show off. Okay, sorry. You see how big that fucking moon is? It almost matches your love. I feel it from planets away through black holes and stardust. The shit you can't even see but feel the gravity. That's the stuff. We'll call it our secret recipe for metaphysical love. I repeat my rhyme schemes to put an emphasis on the feelings that you're giving me, enough to put them in songs. It really be every blue moon. I haven't seen one in years. I hit buckets. I grab sandcastles, I start building without fear of waves and high tides. They can't come crashing down. The foundation is within the universe. It's always sticking around. Thank you. Stumbled a little bit right there, but yeah. So like I said, if you like to write about the romances, it's just something that I feel comes to me naturally whenever I'm in a mood to write. But throughout my 20s, I went ahead and I guess I did a little bit of trials and tribulations. I learned a little bit through mistakes, through vices, and so it's a big deal about whenever I'm also in the mood of writing. So this is something that I wrote almost recently, and had I made the final for Battle of the Bands, I was excited because it was going to be the first time, but I'm excited for this to be the first time because I think it'll allow for the words to go ahead and have more of a spotlight. Silhouettes lurking in front of me, making out what they're supposed to be, but they crawling doing shit I can't understand like they're a bunch of fucking centipedes. Sorry. Silhouettes lurking in front of me, making out what they're supposed to be, but they crawling doing shit I don't understand like a bunch of fucking centipedes. This isn't biology, this is chemistry, so if you and I ain't rocking, it's a chance you ain't seeing me often in the rest of this century. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, I'm really nervous right now because I take the poetry class I'm serious and you guys come on some heat, and so I'm just,
Doing great.
I'm gonna start over. Silhouettes lurking in front of me, making out what they're supposed to be, but they crawling doing shit I don't understand like a bunch of fucking centipedes. And this ain't biology, this is chemistry, so if you and I ain't rocking, it's a chance you ain't seeing me often in the rest of this century. I got my head down with my blinders on, looking red ground like a fucking celebrity. I've been telling these clowns I ain't fucking around like it's some sort of celibacy. Mama getting mad, I ain't eating my greens, damn me. Yeah, like I've been stacking my salary. I sat in that cell with 3 motherfuckers that didn't belong with me. They was on some other shit, man. I was really down with spiraling. They was simply wildin'. Nothing new, you've seen it before in a movie. I'm showing some real gang shit, man, but that's beside the point. Did what I had to do, yeah, I paid the price of coin. Now I sit over with Grateful City like I be Thanos up in the Marvel joint. An anti-hero, you never know which side I'm on. I be hitting the beat, motherfucker, role play as if I'm the drums. Thank you. I go by the name of Groovy Smokes because when I'm writing, I don't know when it happened, I don't know at what point or what verse it was, but I decided to go in the direction of just, I don't know, adding a little bit of fiction to the backstory that I've been writing from, just to dramatize it a little bit. And as Groovy Schmokes, I've been building a world around a lot of different characters. Groovy Schmokes being the main one, of course. And the next project that I'm working on as a full-blown, really just well-concepted project that's already in its later stages of beginning, I guess you could say. Other things that I'm trying to start are simply a concept at the moment. This is a little bit more further than that. But it goes ahead and begins this story that I'm trying to tell. And the name of the project that I'm working on is entitled An American Werewolf in Mexico, and it's inspired by, of course, American Werewolf in London. But it does go ahead and take on a more metaphorical meaning, and it deals with the transformation of someone who is more under the curse of the trap rather than the curse of a werewolf. So this is a song right here, and I think it sort of depicts a transformation moment of the lead character in this album. And it's still in works, so this is a little bit really in its early stages. It's kind of like in verse-only mode. A gram off the list, 2 grams to yo bitch, 300 off a lick, 4 ounces in a click, 5 seconds in the whip, in and out in the jiff, no time wasted. Yo, 6 pounds a package, keep away from kids, they're just too young for this, no need to be infected by the nose candy, this ain't no Pez kid, we running with the Lopez, then the hoe says, the nose stiff, the gums numb. Fuck, sorry. I'm gonna get my phone, I'm just gonna read it off because I really don't want to fuck this up for you guys no more. I want to read this to you guys, so one second. Alright. A gram off the list, 2 grams to yo bitch, 300 off a lick, 4 ounces in a click, 5 seconds in the whip, in and out in the jiff, no time wasted. Yeah, 6 pounds a package, keep away from kids, just too young for this, no need to be infected by the nose candy, this ain't no Pez kid, we running with the Lopez, the hoe says, the nose stiff, the gums numb, the dulce doesn't play like toy trucks or Ken dolls, you've been warned, don't play dumb, don't play stubborn, when were you born, yesterday or this morning, yeah, I'm mourning for you. My palms are stretching, growing pains, but more dollars falling in them, let alone my hind legs. Bigger shoes I'm finally filling. Stay back, he grew fangs, he's venomous, his house chilling. Sentences spilling out the lips, spit dripping, hunger going stupid on a million. Sitting on a million, dreams that the full moon carry me. Through the night, through the screams, I hear them right, it doesn't bother me, it's your life, not mine. I was just chasing tree, you became a builder, saying we don't speak. You Japanese, yo, English weak, we don't compare, you don't compete. So I fed and I fed, oh the gluttony, what an appetite. Once I saw $1, shit was never right, well, never the same, cause that'd be a lie. Shit was crazy right, grands in, every night, grand celebrations every morning. The days was too nice, 0 complaints, oh shit, cop to the right. Once again guys, I go by the name of Groovy Schmokes. You can follow me at Groovy Schmokes if you want to see how this sounds with the band and everything. Just catch the next show, maybe in February, maybe a little bit after, but thank you guys.
Pobre señora, la Marta Elba, con el hijo mestizo, el hombre sin machismo, pero con chingos de malinchismo, pronouncing his words with ferocious precision, minding his perceptions of perverse incisions that he learned at college are called elisions. For instance, he's the bane of their existence when his uncles say, Oye, trae pa' acá la botella de Bucana. Actually, Dios, Buchanan's. No, pues vete a la chingada, a ver si ya puso la máquina. No, pues qué tal, se le olvidó que su mamá era tomatera, tan chingón en la frontera, prepared for the combat of social life, sporting an amalgamated accent of every Midwest hook he heard on TV as he switched from watching Casos Cerrados to Maori, and of course his mole skinny notebook because faux leather is inspiring. Fortunately, his only duty is to write 192 pages of trite blasphemy, filling pages with tired phrases about the dual identity of the border rat, such novice crap that he writes when he finds inspiration. You'll read reverberation and reiteration of metaphysical, cheap imitation of medio físico, because he only kind of knows about sex and identity, overused tools to express his barrio blues about being one, being none, and being two. But he sports those tattoos that are somewhere between ironic and iconic, and because he never learned to keep it in his pants, his pride is stuck somewhere between I bought it and I pawned it. So he lurks the church, yawning at the awning to ask his parents for more money, while consumerism laughs and turns his insecurity into civility. He wishes things were less black and white. So he said goodbye to the Trinity and started his journey to find himself. He laid a last eye on divinities, obscenities, to find something he hadn't already found, up with the leaves of his grandma's papaya trees or on his knees with the diocese. He started a fight with his culture. With more lack of foresight and trite quotes he read on the internet while he was high, he floats with an air of arrogance he didn't inherit, but a monster all his own, taking notes of dancing smoke, hit after hit after hit, until it was time to go home. And so he came home, first generation that will escape the lacerations of the working class, because he went to Philosophy 101 and read Kierkegaard's summaries, true battle style, all the while emaciating his desire to conjugate, enunciating his words like his soul was never on the sol y tortillas and frijoles diet. He caused the riot, complaining about how the rest of his private school friends were off in New York, LA, or DC, and he was stuck at home watching TV, admiring his rolled up English degree. He couldn't stand the summer ennui, so he went to the Capitol and spent all his capital renting out a 10 by 10. A year passed, and then he realized he hadn't called home. But he called home when he realized he had no more money. So he stayed a little longer and got a little stronger and fonder of being an American. And being an American means that you're better than those without means, like your family full of beaners. Yeah, he sold out. But then he found out he was confused. He just hadn't infused that identity yet. Pobre hijo de la chingada.
We were too young and too broke, filled with too many dreams and little hope. California dreaming, walking together by the beach, not knowing back then we weren't meant to be. You said, come with me, so I grabbed you by the hand, filled our luggage with wine bottles, just trying to get away. A little bit of ecstasy with my love and your lust. Took the first Greyhound to the California coast. Strolled together through the city, rode the city bus to the beach. Floating through the people in their bikinis, felt like all there was you and me and the sea. But 3 pints of cheap vodka, with little money you and I shared. Got a little high with the flower that I found dropped off by some stranger. We were too young and too broke, filled with too many dreams and little hope. California dreaming, walking together by the beach, not knowing back then we weren't meant to be.
And it's called La Caras Lindas, and it goes like this. Porque un negro por la noche es un blanco en la oscuridad. No hay sonrisa más bonita con tanta sinceridad. Y aunque un negro por nacer se le niegue oportunidad, no hay un corazón que lata con tanta sonoridad. Nací moreno y el ritmo fue mi mamá. Y el sabor fue de un abrazo que me regaló papá. Qué rico que nací prieto para pasarlo sin sabores con sabor. Y bailo al compás de la clave que me regaló el dolor. No hay color que pueda contener lo negro de tanto amor. Las caras lindas del barrio, Martín González, el mejor. Exceso de melanina, quiero prieto hasta mis dioses. Negra toda mi descendencia, negro y fuerte nuestras voces. Negros porque es nuestra raza la más cerca a nuestro sol. Negros porque aunque nos maten, no hay quien aguante el calor. Thank you. Marie, this one's special, and because my wife is right here, and this is for the first time I saw her, and I wrote a poem about it. She doesn't remember that day, but I do.
Yeah.
It's called Tembadumba, y dice así. Estaba saliendo de una clase de español, era grande mi camisa y bien grande mi pantalón. Bajaba las escaleras porque hace tanta calor. Estaba hablando con mi amiga y de momento se escuchó: hey, ¿cómo estás? Sabía no era conmigo. Me di cuenta que era con mi amiga que estaba al lado mío. Esperé se saludaran por eso de ser cortés, pero me quedé bien lelo con lo lindo que observé. ¿Quién era esa? Yo le pregunté a mi amiga. La de las bembas gloriosas, la prieta que allí camina. La que retumba con el tumbao de la timba, llamémosle tembadumba porque parece un poema. Y en ese instante fue que comenzó el dilema, porque no la vi venir, pero sí la vi partir. Donde almorzaba tenía que conseguir, y aunque no tenía un peso podía hacerla reír. Y en cada paso con los que ella se alejaba, esos rizos rebotaban, más mi pecho rebotaba. Tengo que trabajar, de momento me acordaba. Primero me voy al baño a limpiar donde tú estabas. Gracias. And last but not least, this one is called La Herencia, and I got to perform this one last week here at UTEP at MLK's birthday celebration. So I'm kind of happy about this one. It's called La Herencia, y dice así: pregúntame si soy negro, no preguntes por mi herencia. La mía murió en la mar, no sobrevivió al desembarque. Y aunque se nombren parques con nombres de gente que se parece a mí, puede que dando reversa el tiempo busques mi herencia y te estanques. Que si soy Yoruba, Igbo o si soy Baganda, desconozco, porque al final la herencia no sabe nadar. Y si al final mi herencia son los que no llegaron, pues derramo lágrimas saladas como la mía. Thank you.